Hello and welcome to a new episode of your distant learning course. Mr. Bakri here. Happy learning. Today's focus is grammar and our lesson today is the passive voice, part 2. Let's have a quick reminder before we start. In the last video, we saw the form and use of the passive voice, and we dealt with case number 1 on how to transform a sentence from active voice to passive voice sentences in which we have one object. So if there is one object in this sentence, my brother wrote a book. How many are there in this? Jane sent our students a new video. Yes, there are two objects, our students and a new video. So what did Jane send our students? A new video, and a new video is a direct object, whereas our students is an indirect object. Now if we want to make the passive of a sentence in which we have two objects, we may start with the indirect object or with the direct object. And this is case 2, and let's see how we can do it. So always starting with analyzing the sentence, we have the subject, the verb sent, and it's in simple past, a direct object which is a new video, and an indirect object which is our students. Always starts this way. It is safe. First, let's start with the indirect object. So starting with the indirect object, step 1. The indirect object of the active sentence becomes the subject of the passive one. In step 2, we need an auxiliary, which is to be in the tense of the active verb, and the active verb here is sent, and it is in the past. So to be is were. Our students were. Step number 3, plus the past participle of the active verb. So the active verb is sent and the past participle is the same. Send, sent, sent. Step number 4, plus the direct object of the active sentence, which is a new video. And we get our students were sent a new video. Or if we want to mention who sent this video to our students, then we can add 2 more steps, which are step 5 and step 6. So what is step 5? Plus by, and step 6 plus agent, and the agent is the subject of the active sentence, meaning the doer of the action. And the final result we get, our students were sent a new video by Jane. But by Jane is optional. If you want to do without it, it's correct. So the results we have, our students were sent a new video, or our students were sent a new video by Jane. And now let's start with the direct object. So if we start with the direct object, steps from 1 to 3 are the same. So starting with number 1, the direct object of the active sentence becomes the subject of the passive one. Then we need in step 2 an auxiliary, which is to be in the tense of the active verb. And finally, we need the past participle of the active verb, which is sent. In step 4, we need a new element, which is the preposition to say to whom this video was sent. In some cases, we can even use the preposition for. And in step number 5, plus the indirect object of the active sentence, which is our students, and we get a new video was sent to our students. Or if we want to mention who sent this video to our students, we can have 2 more steps, which are steps 6 and 7 plus by plus the agent, meaning the doer of the action, the subject of the active sentence. And the final result is a new video was sent to our students by Jane. But I want you to be careful, because sometimes the indirect object might come as a pronoun, like in the sentence, my father bought me a smartphone. So me is the indirect object. And mom made us a cake for the party. Us is the indirect object. So how can we make the passive in sentences which include pronouns instead of nouns? So in the first step, can we start our sentence with me and the second sentence with us? Of course, no. But why not? Exactly, because these are object pronouns. And what do we need? Yes, we need a subject pronoun. So what is the subject pronoun coming from me? Very good. It is I. And us? We. Excellent. And here is a reminder of subject pronouns and object pronouns. So all of these object pronouns, when they become subjects, they take these forms. So if we want to make the passive of a sentence including a pronoun like me, the only difference is that the object pronoun becomes a subject pronoun, and the other steps remain the same. So we have I was bought a smartphone. If you want to add by my father, it's okay. Okay? And in sentence number 2, we have we were made a cake for the party. You see, it's so easy. Now your task. I want you to rewrite the sentences beginning with the words given. Again, on your notebook, you take 6 minutes and rewrite all of these sentences beginning with the words given. So sentence number 1, we have Adnan showed us the way in the desert. Number 2, we sent them the pictures last night. Number 3, the doctor gave me a different medicine yesterday. And number 4, we write our friends emails every week. Okay, 6 minutes, off you go. Okay, have you finished? All right, let's do it together. So step number 1 is already done. They have moved the indirect object to the subject possession, and we get we. So us becomes we. And step number 2, very nice. The auxiliary to be in the tense of the active verb, which is showed. So we were. Step number 3. Very nice. We were shown. So the past participle of the verb to show is shown. So be careful. Show, showed, shown. And then step number 4. Exactly the way, which is the direct object. And we finish our sentence in the desert. If you want to mention the agent, you can write by Adnan, but it's optional. And the final result, we were shown the way in the desert. Number 2. So them becomes they. And then to be in the past, because sent is in the past, and the past participle of the verb send, which is sent, and the direct object, and we finish the sentence. And we get, they were sent the pictures last night. Number 3. So me becomes I. And very nice, was, because gave is in the past. Then given, the past participle of give, and exactly a different medicine. When? Yesterday. If you want to mention the doctor, by the doctor, it's okay. If you don't, it's fine. And number 4, in this last example, we're starting with the direct object, emails. So emails, very good, are. Why are? Why not were? Exactly, because the verb write is in simple present. Very good. Next. Written, which is the past participle of write. And excellent to, the preposition, to say to whom these emails are written. So to whom are they written? Exactly, to our friends every week. And we get emails are written to our friends every week. So the new element here is to. Excellent job. Okay, we're almost done, guys, but before we finish this class, can you tell me how different this sentence is from the other sentences? Drivers must respect crosswalks. Very good, must. And what is must? Exactly, it's a modal. Do you know any other modals? Yes, there are plenty. Must, should, can, could, would, ought to. So this is step 3 in transforming sentences from active to passive, which we're going to see in the next video, inshallah. And that's it for today's class. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, take care.